Hello all, welcome back. Today we are going to discuss about how to access Azure Storage Service from BluePrism. So for that I have created a VBO called Azure Storage Utility, which will help you to communicate with Azure Blob Storage with the help of REST API. So I have used code stage, which will help us to communicate with the. So basically, we have total of 4 pages. Uh, list blob items is giving you a list of items, blob items, which are there inside blob storage. Another action called download blob item, which will help you to download specific blob item blob storage. Also, another action called upload blob item, where it will give you provision to upload a new item to blob storage. The final action would be delete blob, where you need to give the name of the blob item which need to be deleted. So in these four components are using REST API calls, which will directly communicate with the storage account, and it will give you provision to do all these four operations. List the items available inside, existing items available in blob storage container, and download any one of them by mentioning the name. That would be download blob item. And third one is upload to the blob container, and fourth one would be delete a specific item from the blob container. Once I already configured my blob storage with I have a blob storage called Pabulu, and this contains usually Azure Storage contains four types of services. One is blob, another one is file, the third one is table, and fourth one is queues. Right now we which is a container which is capable of storing binary large objects. That is the reason it is also called as blob. So it will be distributed in containers. So you can create a new container and you can add your blob items, individual item inside each container. Consider this is your hard drive, contains more than one folder. Each folder may contains more than one file. So the structure would be like this. If you you can see in total 5 inside my blob DevOps contains test 2, test 3, test 4, and test 5. So we will try to get all these items with the help of API, that with the help of VBO that I have created, and let me execute it first. Now you can see rows 1 to 5. So it's a collection basically, which will give all the available blob items which are there in the container, called 4 parameters. Sorry, only 3 parameters. So where you need to mention storage account name, and storage account key, and container name. So if you should be able to provide all these three things, then this VBO is capable of giving you one output. It's in collection format, which will contains all the name of blob items available inside the blob container. The given container name can be anything. So here I have given the name as DevOps, and the storage account name is Pabulu, and this is the storage account key which I have mentioned, which I have captured from the storage account Azure. So if you want to see the key directly, locate to you, redirect to storage account. Inside the settings you have respective to blob container. not container, respective to your blob storage. Here you need to understand one thing: storage account is high level. One storage account may contain more than one container. So here all the containers are going to follow the same, means all the containers can be accessed with the same key. So here you can see key 1 and key 2. So here I have used key 1. You may have a doubt what is key 1 and key 2, differentiation between key 1 and key 2. So there is no such differentiation and key 2. Both will work in similar manner. You can or key 2, which is never going to make any difference. One is for maybe fallback scenario. Sometimes you lost key 1, you wanted to reset it without downtime. So that scenario you will switch to key 2 and you will refresh the key 1. That time it will generate a new key, so that your downtime would be less. So apart from that, that is a different concept which is out of the scope right now. But anyways, a different scenario, you can use key 2. Both are applicable. This key, not about the connection string. Always copy the key and storage account name, and the third one is container name. So we need these three. The output in a collection, that is what are the blob items available inside my container will be showed in a collection. We'll jump to download blob item, and which is expecting total 5 parameters. So 3 parameters are common: name and string. Apart from that, we need to mention blob name, that is existing blob name. If the blob name is not available, obviously it is not going to return you any, it is not capable of downloading anything. Simply it will throw 404, file not found usually, right? So blob test3.txt is there. Here don't forget one thing: it is not type specific or maybe extension specific. You can upload any kind of binary objects into blob storage. It can be a txt, it can be docx, doc, xlsx, xl, and it can be db file, it can be audio, it can be video, anything that you name it. I mean, any kind of files can be uploaded or downloaded or deleted from the blob storage. You can do all these operations with the help of this VPO. And coming to the fifth parameter, we are using file path. I mean, where exactly you wanted to download this file. So now I have mentioned C:work. So let's jump to the C:, and work folder, which is available. So I have a file called here already exists, so I have deleted it. Let's try to execute download blob item. It executed successfully. Anyways, it is not going to return anything, but you can see the file is got downloaded successfully. That is how you will work with download blob item. I mean, based on the first operation, that is list blob items, you can perform the next item. Like without knowing the blob item name, you cannot download blob item. You should know which blob item you wanted to download, and you should provide the path where you wanted to store that specific. And we'll jump to the next action, that is upload blob item. Blob item, again, it will accept same 5 parameters like download, and also contains the same like blob name and file path. From where from where you pick the file, input file, that you will mention in the file path. Right now I mentioned work, and it is test3.txt. so intentionally I have, anyways, we downloaded one file right now, that is test3.txt. same file can be uploaded to the blob, and I have given the name as test6, and it is not a problem to change the names. The input file name can be anything, but you wanted to replace the name format, or maybe you wanted to rename it. So here simply you can file name, you can mention it as is, or your new name, so that it will upload the file in with a new file format. Now I'll be running this for upload blob item. Before I'll execute list of blob items which are available inside my container called Pabulu. Right now it is returning me total 5 objects, 1 2 3 4 5. Let's jump to the next upload blob. So I wanted to upload another, I named it as test6.txt. Needs to be executed properly. Let's jump to list blob item and execute it. There you go. Now we can see total 6 items, and the sixth one is already added. Likewise, we can perform delete operation as well. So here, anyways, delete will accept 4 parameters. Same storage account and storage key with here you know, because it is already there in the blob container. You are not downloading it, not item to delete an existing item. So whichever component or object you wanted to delete from the blob, that you can mention, and you can execute delete blob item. So I have added additional output parameter which will tells us what kind of what is the status of the request. So here it is showing all good, blob deleted. If something went wrong, obviously it will message called or similar to that. So you are feel free to explore the code which is available inside these this is a code stage, simple code stage, and you can see the code which I have written, and it is simple C# code, and also key has to be sent in a specific format. So that is the reason I have created one global function called get authorization header, which will help us to convert the key into required authorization key format. So for that I have created a global function inside the global scope, global code. Here you can see the internal authentication header converter function, so which will help us to convert storage account key to authenticate as authentication header, and all the required libraries are included in the external references, and also I have mentioned all the namespaces that I have used. By the way, I have deploying, I have added this VBO into my GitHub repository, which I'm maintaining it from few months back onwards. So you can find it out from this URL of BluePrism reuse. I'll be adding this link to the video. I'll attach the link to the video so that you can download the VBOs, and coming forward I always wanted to upload all the VBOs to the same repository so that anybody can access it very easily without the code mess and all. I'm just looking forward to it. Maybe if at all you created some kind of reusable components which may help others, still you can reach out to me. We'll upload it to the same repository so that we can have a very big repository with a lot of reusable components. And also I'm planning to upload all of my old VBOs to the same repository. It may take some time, but for sure I'll upload everything, and I just wanted to add proper documentation to it so that anybody can access it very easily. So that's all I have. If you have any questions, feel free to comment it out so that we can discuss it further. And thanks for watching. Have a great day.